What if I told you that your financial life completely transforms at just 3 specific numbers? 3 net worth milestones that silently decide when you stop struggling, when you start growing, and when you finally become free. Most people chase millions aimlessly, but real financial freedom happens long before that $1 million mark. Milestone number 1, the stability point. $0 net worth. Reaching zero might not sound exciting, but in truth, this is one of the biggest turning points of your life. It's the moment your assets equal your debts. You don't owe more than you own anymore. And that single shift changes your mindset, emotions, and financial future. Up until this point, most of your energy has been spent fighting debt. Credit cards, student loans, car payments. They quietly drain your potential. Every dollar you earn feels like it disappears before you can even touch it. But when you finally hit net worth 0, everything changes. This is the day your money finally starts working for you, not against you. You've officially escaped the negative cycle. Think of this milestone as breaking the surface after being underwater for too long. You can finally breathe again. You might still have to swim, but at least you're no longer sinking. To reach this point, you've learned crucial money skills: how to budget consistently, how to track expenses and identify waste, how to say no to instant gratification, and most importantly, how to prioritize paying yourself first. Let's take an example. Suppose you have $30,000 in debt, $20,000 in student loans, and $10,000 on credit cards. You start aggressively paying it down while building a small emergency fund. Month after month, you chip away at it. Eventually, your debts hit 0, and your investments or savings equal that same $30,000. That's when you hit the stability point. Net worth 0. This milestone isn't about having wealth yet. It's about having control. You're finally the driver of your financial car instead of being dragged behind it. Emotionally, you gain peace and confidence. You begin to believe that financial freedom is actually possible. And that belief, it is what powers the next stage. Milestone number 2, the freedom point. $100,000 net worth. If $0 gives you stability, $100,000 gives you momentum. It's not just a number. It's a psychological and mathematical breakthrough that changes everything about how money behaves for you. At $100,000, compound growth starts to become visible. Even at a modest 7% annual return, your money now earns $7,000 per year, completely passively. That's over $580 every month, just from your money working for you while you sleep. This is the moment you realize that wealth isn't only built by working harder. It's built by letting your money work only harder. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's legendary partner, once said, "The first $100,000 is a buck, but you gotta do it. Why so? Because it requires discipline, patience, and a lot of delayed gratification. During this phase, most of your progress comes from saving and investing your income. You're still relying heavily on your own effort, not yet on passive income. But once you cross that 6-figure net worth, the game starts to flip. The heavy lifting begins shifting from your hands to your assets. Let's imagine you invest $1,000 per month with a consistent 7% return. After around 7 years, you hit $100,000. Once you reach that number, your investments themselves can generate returns close to the same amount you're contributing. That's the power of compounding, and it's the reason this milestone feels magical. At this level, You've built strong habits. You automatically save and invest each month. You've probably created an emergency fund covering 6 to 12 months. You've learned to avoid lifestyle inflation. You track your net worth regularly and know exactly where your money goes. Financially, you start to feel freedom for the first time. You're not wealthy yet, but you feel secure. You can take calculated risks, maybe start a side business, invest in real estate, or explore new income streams. You're no longer living paycheck to paycheck. You're building options. Emotionally, this milestone changes your identity. You stop identifying as someone trying to get ahead and start seeing yourself as an investor. That mindset shift is what separates people who stay stuck from those who eventually reach true independence. At $100,000, the seeds of wealth are planted, and from here, they grow faster every year. Milestone number 3, the independence point. $1 million net worth. Now comes the milestone everyone dreams about, the $1 million mark. At this point, you're no longer for building wealth, for stability, or for freedom. You're building it for independence. When your net worth crosses $1 million, your assets are powerful enough to generate meaningful, life-changing, passive income. You can cover your expenses, support your family, and still have money growing in the background. Let's run simple math. If you have $1 million invested, earning 5% annually, that's $50,000 per year, or roughly $4,200 per month, without you having to lift a finger. Combine that with part-time work, business income, or rental properties, and you've achieved something extraordinary. You control your time. And that is the real meaning of financial independence. Not retiring early, not buying luxury cars, but having the option to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want. To reach this point, you've mastered the habits from the earlier milestones. You eliminated bad debt early. Beyond $1 million, the legacy phase. Though not officially a milestone, the stage beyond $1 million is where wealth turns into impact. Here, the focus shifts from earning more to preserving and multiplying wisely. You start thinking about generational wealth, philanthropy, and meaningful investments. This phase is where you might diversify into real estate or private equity, build businesses that run without you, teach others financial literacy, or design a life that maximizes happiness, not just net worth. But remember, none of this is possible without mastering the first 3 stages. You can't skip the foundation. The lessons you learn on the journey, budgeting, investing, patience, and discipline, are what make lasting wealth possible. Conclusion. Let's quickly recap. At $0, the stability point, you stop fighting debt and gain control. At $100,000, the freedom point, compounding starts working for you. Your money earns while you sleep. At $1 million, the independence point, you achieve true freedom, controlling your time instead of your paycheck. Each milestone is more than money. It's a mindset shift. At 0, you gain peace. At $100,000, you gain power. At $1 million, you gain purpose. No matter where you are, your next milestone will change everything. Keep going, because the climb itself makes you truly wealthy. Like, share, and subscribe for more.